getting LeBron James and Chris Bosh in the offseason to come over there. But when you look at the starting lineups from these two teams when they last played in March of 2010, you'll see that it's the Bulls that have 4 brand new starters in their lineup. Only Derrick Rose remains. Miami has 2 leftovers from last year, Carlos Arroyo and, of course, Dwayne So the Bulls have had as big, if not bigger, a shuffle to their basketball team than Miami has. But, of course, Miami's gotten about 100 times the publicity.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting tonight's honorary game ball.
Thank you, Dan, and you are right. We were talking to the PR people from Miami. They said it has been incredible, the interest in this team with the 3 superstars. Miami 30-11, and the Bulls not that far off that pace, Stacey. They're 26-13, so Miami has only 2 fewer losses than the Bulls have this season.
Well, and we've talked about this all season long. This Bulls team is going to be much better in the second half than what they are now. With all the injuries that they've had, you had Joakim Noah being out of some games. Now you had Carlos Boozer early in the season, missed like the first 2 months. So they haven't had their full roster. So again, they'll be much better at the end of the season than they are today, and they're pretty good now.
And there's a look at LeBron James on the Miami Heat bench. Will not play tonight, inactive. Ilgauskas steps in with Kurt Thomas. James Jones, Chris Bosh, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, Dwayne Wade, and Carlos Arroyo against Deng, Boozer, Thomas, Bogans, and Rose. Kenny Maurer puts it in the air, and the tap won by Miami. And a little bit of the air went out of the crowd when they didn't see LeBron James come out to warm up.
Well, they're a different team without him on the floor. Just the simple fact they don't have that playmaker at the small forward position.
Bosh, a bad miss. Then Jones hits the back of the rim.
And LeBron makes everybody's job so much easier. He gets Bosh involved early. And without that guy out there being the facilitator, Dwayne Wade's going to have to be that guy.
Deng backs in on James Jones, turns and scores.
He can take advantage of that matchup all night long. James Jones, not known for his defense right there. He was overmatched in the post by Luol Deng.
Carlos Arroyo brings it 2-0 Bulls, and Miami in the throes of a 2-game losing streak. There's Bosh. He goes up with a quick spin and scores with the left hand.
Well, you've seen the first 2 possessions, 2 of 3 possessions, they've gone to Bosh. Kind of true to form, what we've seen with them all during this win streak.
Rose, Boozer, high archer, nothing but the bottom.
That's going to be a tough matchup for Ilgauskas, because Boozer can face him up and put the ball on the floor and attack him from different angles.
Dwayne Wade, he drives into some traffic, goes up and scores, as he was able to slice in there around 2 defenders.
Well, Keith Bogans is going to have his hands full tonight with Dwayne Wade. He's got to stay in front of him and try to make him become more of a perimeter guy.
Rose handles, and he's got a big advantage over Arroyo. Speed and strength, and there is Derrick, puts one up, no, rebound tapped around, and Bosh with a rebound. Fanned up the left side to Arroyo, who leaves it on a bounce for James Jones, and missed the 3 try. And
well, they're going to try to double Derrick anytime they can, with the exception of Ilgauskas. Not quick enough to get out there, but everybody else, any kind of ball screen, they're going to try to get the ball out of his hands and make any of the Bulls beat him.
Bogans drop down to Deng. Deng against Wade, takes him into the post. Back outside, Bogans fires, and that's a 3. The home run ball by Keith Bogans.
And they're going to need him to do that. He's got to step up with confidence and take those shots. If they're given to him and they're going to drop off of him like they are, he's got to take them.
7-4, Wade drops it back. Bosh loads up and scores from outside. Chris Bosh. And 3 of the 4 times down they've gone to Bosh. 7-6. The ball. Deng doubled for a moment. Turned into another double team. Boozer fights one up. That's an air ball, and it's out of bounds.
Well, Miami does a good job of rotation, so if a guy's beat, you can expect the red jersey to be right there on the next pass out.
Arroyo off the screen by Bosch, then drops it back to him. A little ball fake and a jumper that's off target. And Ilgauskas couldn't collar the rebound. Bogans whips it inside and Boozer scores. Fine, good find by Bogans. Good job of running the floor by Boozer.
Well, you got Ilgauskas on Boozer on defense, and there's no way in the world Carlos shouldn't be able to outrun him all night long. That's going to be a matchup to watch up, especially on the defensive end in transition.
Wade skips it out. Wade the drive into traffic, missed it. A block foul on Kurt Thomas. That'll bring Dwayne Wade to the free throw line. The first foul on Thomas, first on the team.
I don't know, right there, Keith just gets himself out of position, and that's an easy drive right there by Dwayne Wade.
Wade will settle in at the free throw line. Fans, you can get the very best seats and many exclusive benefits for season tickets or 11 game plans, or to enjoy a fun-filled group outing with many great extras. 312-455-4000. And we want to welcome everybody watching on NBA TV tonight as the Bulls and the Heat do battle. Rose to Boozer, and as he started to drive, and a walk, and on the turnover.
You see it right there now. Anytime Derrick Rose brings the ball up the floor and he's in a trappable position, they're going to trap him and get the ball out of his hands early.
Wade back to Ilgauskas, long range. That misses badly. Boy, if you were charting their shots, a bunch from the perimeter. Rose lifts one from outside and misses, and Dwayne Wade has the rebound. Arroyo behind his back. Bosch loads up, and that won't go. And the rebound to Rose.
That was a big-time rebound over Ilgauskas.
Rose driving, windmills a shot, and
that's
scores.
nice. As he turned the corner right there. Once he lowered that shoulder right there, Ilgauskas was in trouble. Bosch is not quick enough to stay with him, and he's just too athletic as he jumps from one side to the other.
Wade, a nice drive along the left baseline to answer. And here comes Rose in a hurry as they try to outrun Miami back the other way. Derrick dropped down. And a whistle on a foul.
Watch it right here. He turns the corner. Bosch can't guard him, and he just goes from one side to the other. Could have easily been a foul right there on Ilgauskas with the little slap at the end, but Derrick Rose, again, just too quick for the Miami Bigs.
James Jones picks up the foul, his first, and the first on Miami. Rose, Ilgauskas on him. That's a big Bulls advantage, and there's the rebound for Dwayne Wade.
Ilgauskas got away with a little push.
And Arroyo, and he misses. Boy, are they shooting from the perimeter. Only a couple of Wade drives.
Now, they're more perimeter-oriented team. They really don't have a low-post guy.
Boozer a miss, and Bogans couldn't hang on to it, and it's out of bounds to Miami. Want to remind you, the All-Star voting continues. You can text your vote for Derrick Rose to 69622. And or you can go online to bulls.com to vote as well. Here's Arroyo, and he slips inside, and Carlos Arroyo gives the Heat a 1-point lead.
A little entry pass, little brush screen right there. Derrick got caught going behind, but there was no rotation on the backside.
Rose, Thomas, he fakes, drives, and scores.
Oh, Big Sexy! Woo! Big Sexy showing some versatility. That's a nice move.
Blew right by Ilgauskas. Here's Wade, jumper, nope, in and out. Rose on the move and fouled in the backcourt by Dwayne Wade. Wade the foul, his first, team second. And a timeout charged to the Bulls. 13-12, the Bulls.
Rebounds, and really manned the middle for the Bulls last night. He seemed like he got every ball that came off the glass, and he's just been solid since Joakim's been out.
Bulls played a long time without Carlos Boozer, now playing without Joakim Noah. The Heat tonight playing without LeBron James, and they had Dwayne Wade miss most of training camp, so they had trouble finding their rhythm, and it finally did. Mike Miller was out, but he's back for Miami now, and they figured him to be a big piece of their puzzle. Dang. Bogan's exchange, and then cranked in, and then back out. Rose lifts, in and out, no good.
The Bulls are getting good shots.
James Jones didn't. Arroyo drives, bounced it to Ilgauskas, stolen by Kurt Thomas. Here comes Rose, weaves his way in, then kicks it out. Dang, dribble drive, got it.
Good move by Luol Deng. Again, Miami's slow on the recovery out there. Gives you a little shot fake, puts the ball on the floor, and attacks Ilgauskas.
Bosh posted. He was involved early, and then they've gone away from him as they settled for perimeter shots. There's a foul on Kurt Thomas, his second. And that's the Bulls' second team foul. Thibodeau will have to make a change, and Asik up, and Taj started toward the scorer's table, but then Thibodeau sent him back. So Asik checks in. And I like this, Asik against Ilgauskas.
And they're going to put Boozer on Bosh. He's got to be careful not to pick up any cheap fouls either.
Wade in the lane, left that one short. Here comes Rose, he flashed in, and Bosh blocked it away. Arroyo runs hard the other way. Jones lifts one and pours in a three, and that's his specialty.
Well, he's probably one of their best three-point shooters along with Mike Miller. And with LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, those guys are going to find a lot of open shots.
Bogans. Bounce down inside. Deng goes up, no. Tapped around. Deng back up. Blocked by Ilgauskas and a foul.
I'll tell you, Omer kept that ball alive on the backside. He tapped it right back to Luol Deng. Good job by the rookie.
Joel Anthony checks into the game. Ilgauskas will come out. 3 team fouls on the Heat. And all of a sudden Miami gets considerably smaller, but a little bit quicker as Deng makes the first free throw. Ronnie Brewer into the game for the Bulls, and Bogans comes out. Thursday, February 17th, the Bulls and the Spurs. The Bulls in Blue Cross Blue Shield present Umbrella Night. While supplies last, fans entering the United Center are going to receive a Bulls umbrella. 17-15. Arroyo. Just off the elbow to Bosh. Wheels in, nice move, but then stripped. Here comes Rose. He flashes in, and the layup's good.
Again, when he's coming at you full speed, I don't care if you're Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, when he's got you below the free throw line, you are in trouble.
Wade, he cuts on in. That's knocked up in the air and out of bounds. Going to belong to Miami.
And Dwayne Wade thought he was fouled right there, but he took it inside. The Bulls did a good job defensively.
With Juwan Howard into the game, Bosh comes out. And now it'll be up to Wade to provide the scoring. And they flip it at long range to Wade. 10 to shoot. And there's a moving screen on Juwan Howard, the veteran.
And a moving screen on Derrick Rose, and that little down screen. Just checked in the game, got his first personal foul.
And Rose will bring it. With the Bulls up 4. Ronnie Brewer has played very well the last couple of weeks. Coming off the bench, a lot of energy, and his defense has been superb. Rose pumped inside. Brewer, there he is, working the baseline, tipped out and picked up by Boozer. New clock though. Brewer, he fires one. Got it.
I'll tell you, Ronnie Brewer comes off the bench, and again, he does so many things well for the Bulls. Defense, gets his hands on a lot of loose balls, and you see right there knocking down jump shots.
Now he comes off the bench ready to play. 21-15. The Bulls by 6. Play tomorrow afternoon. Bulls, meantime, get on a plane tomorrow, Stacy, and we play in the Martin Luther King Day game in Memphis, Tennessee, against the Grizzlies.
Looking forward to that. Getting back out on the road. See the Bulls shooting 50%, doing a good job defensively on Miami, holding to 35%, but Miami's selling for a lot of jump shots.
Here's Wade. He's about the only one who's driven. He scores, count it, and a foul on Omer.
Well, you knew he was going to get a call sooner or later. He's been barking at the officials since the start of the game. And here it is right here. He just breaks down off a little high pick and roll. And again, once he gets below that free throw line, he's tough to stop as well.
Here comes Mike Miller into the game. James Jones sits down. Miller into the game. Versatile player, and they are really counting on him, especially down the stretch and into the playoffs.
Well, he was a big acquisition as well this summer. One of those guys they didn't really talk about.
Yeah, you thought he was Mickey Mouse after the other guys signed, but he could be really, really important to them as a team.
Well, he's just had some bad luck with injuries over the years, and they're really looking forward to having him really bring that outside shooting.
Miller in the air to Wade, to Anthony. 6 to shoot. Nobody wants to shoot it. Chalmers threw it through traffic and out of bounds. And it's going to go to the Bulls. Boy, nobody wanted to shoot that, Stacey.
Well, right now, Miami has some guys out there that do not want to score. You got Joel Anthony, just a strictly rebounder, putback guy. Chalmers is struggling with his shot a little bit. And you got Juwan Howard, who doesn't want to look to shoot. So the Bulls just basically have to play a zone, stop dribble penetration.
There's and he runner, he banked it in. Shot it high off the glass with a right hand running left.
Well, again, he's got a matchup that's favorable for him. He's got Mike Miller on him, who's not known as a defender. You see right there, Luol Deng just took him right off the dribble.
There's Wade trying to snake his way in, could not. Miller comes off a screen, gets the ball back, and then had it rejected.
Defense.
Here comes Rose.
Trouble.
Right in, and that's goaltending.
Trouble.
And a foul.
I tell you, it's trouble. Once he gets you backpedaling, you might as well just say, help, help, please help me. Here it is right here. This is all set up by the block. D. Rose gets Chalmers reaching, and then right there you see the goaltending right there by Howard.
Chalmers, the foul, his first. The 4th on Miami, and Derek at the line, and the MVP chants rain down.
They should too, because his name should be in that conversation. He's been playing at a superstar level all season long, and again, when we've had these major injuries happen with Boozer and Joakim, he has stayed the same and stayed the course, and he's been playing extremely well.
7 in the game right now for Derek. Dwyanewade dancing at the baseline and missing, and the rebound taken down. And here comes Rose. And Deng plays catch. Here's Rose, a drive, and that's blocked.
You know that was coming right there. That's what Anthony does. He plays that weak side.
Chalmers trying to dish it, and that's knocked out of bounds off of Juwan Howard.
And see, this is where you start to see the kind of chinks in the Miami armor, is when a LeBron James or Dwayne Wade, if those guys ever have to go out on the floor, it's their bench is going to have to play. And we really haven't seen them being tested yet. But in the playoff series, they will.
There's a little disconnect there on the pass.
Right there, you see Tom Thibodeau telling Omer Sheik to shoot that basketball right there. He got it in the heart of the lane. He didn't even look to try to score. Big fellas just got to go up with that jump hook.
26-17. Bulls with their largest lead of the night. Wade trying to keep Miami in this by himself. Nearly threw it away. Howard, corner, open. And the shot missed, and then the tip in good. That's Dwayne who tipped it in. He's trying to single-handedly keep them in this. Wade in double digits now with 10. Ball loose, picked up, and Brewer makes him pay.
Again, Ronnie Brewer just in the right place at the right time.
And then at the horn, Wade able to squirt one up there, but missed it. 28-19. The Bulls, as we have played a quarter.
Offense, he's getting guys easy buckets, making their job a lot easier. But Miami only has 4 assists here after the end of the first quarter on 8 made baskets. So that's where you definitely miss LeBron James, just his ability to get the open shots and really make guys better.
Yeah, they got up 23 shots, but made just 8 of them. And Wade with 10 of their 19 points, so more than half.
And this is the lineup right now. You got to take advantage with Wade out. Bosh comes back in.
There's C.J. Watson, no, but rebound Taj back out. Brewer's jumper, that's good.
I'll tell you, Ronnie Brewer coming into play.
Got his shooting shoes on tonight. He's 3 for 4.
And he's being aggressive, taking what the defense gives him.
Chalmers and Bosh. Bosh, the little fake, steps through, walked, and then fires the shot and missed it.
Good defense by Taj Gibson right there, staying down on it. Didn't go for the fake.
And still with a sizable rebound advantage. Watson.
Oh, Ronnie Brewer had Eddie House on him.
Dang, into some traffic, and then the fadeaway jumpers and air ball picked up by Omer.
Omer, don't play that! Omer, Sheik with the offensive rebound put back. And so you got Joel Anthony out of position. He's trying to block everything. And you see a Sheik get inside position. And right here, Luol right here forces up a tough shot. And there it is right there. Omer Sheik right there with the offensive rebound put back. He got inside position. Look at Joel Anthony trying to block it. He leaves Omer, and there's no one there on the rotation. And he's able to get that ball and put it up strong.
And Anthony committed the foul. And that missed shot by Dang was as good as a pass. It was an air ball that Omer collected and dunked quickly.
And with Kurt Thomas with those 2 fouls, Sheik's got to come out and give him some good minutes. There's a good free throw right there. It's one part of his game that he's been working on religiously is trying to make those free throws.
33-19. There's Mike Miller, and he pours in a 3.
And that's what Mike Miller brings to the table. He is an excellent three-point shooter. Saw right there, used the pick well, got himself open.
Watson. It's tipped away by Miami and going to belong to the Bulls with 9 to shoot.
And one thing Miami is trying to do right now, whenever they feel like they have a disadvantage in the post, they're going to front. Anytime Luol Deng went to the post, they try to front him.
Taj Gibson straight away and a foul. Late whistle.
It's going to be on Chris Bosh.
Yep.
Foul called on Chris Bosh, his first, 17th.
Whistle was so late, Bosh thought he had gotten away with it, his first. And the second on the Heat.
The Bulls right now shooting 52% from the field. Miami 36%. So this is doing really a good job defensively by the Bulls. Basically keeping Miami on the perimeter.
The D-Rose on the bench. Free throw was short, and Miami down by 11 will bring it. Looped at long range. And boy, they've got some guys who are really hesitant to pull the trigger. Bosh running in, running shot won't go, and Here comes Luol. Dang. Oh, fumbled it and then picked it back up.
Goodness.
That's,
it's like a hot potato.
yeah, exactly. Here comes Brewer into the lane. Shot no. Rebound tapped around. Mike Miller with it. Eddie House to Miller, back to House, and he pours it in. Another three, so Miller with one, now House with one, and that trims the lead to 8. And a timeout taken by Tom Thibodeau, who didn't like the way the Bulls retreated defensively that time as they left. Eddie House on the perimeter, and he made him pay. 9:22 left to play in the first half. Back right after voting for Derek, probably a better way to put it. And there's a look at how you can do it to send him to the All-Star game as a starter. www.bulls.com, or you can text ROSE to 69622, and the voting ends January 23rd.
We urge everybody to get out there and really get Derrick Rose in that All-Star game. He deserves to be a starter. He's been playing phenomenal all season long, and he deserves to be a starter. So get out there and vote for him.
We know he's going to be on the All-Star team, but it'd be great if he was a starter. He deserves that. You're right. He's in that MVP discussion, and there's a pass that goes away. Did you spin away from me?
Hey, I'm telling you, it's every man for himself.
Yeah, exactly. That ball's coming about 100 miles an hour.
Coming, and that guy's head wasn't in the way right there in the front row. Yeah, look at Bill's big head, shielded everybody. Look at that head.
Bill's going into his dance again.
Oh, man, there we go. Just stop it.
Stop it. We're not showing that anymore.
Well, Miami went to a little zone right there, caught the Bulls off guard.
There's, Bosh had a running 3-footer, and he shot it about 6 feet. That ball out of bounds, going to go to Miami with 9 to shoot.
Well, defensively, that's where you want to send him to his right hand. Right from his strong hand right there. He was going across the lane, a little bit out of control. You can see Boozer back in the lineup now.
Bounce it in to Bosh. He raises up with a jumper, missed that. Kurt Thomas the rebound. And CJ with a belt high right hand dribble and then skidded to a stop. And backs it out against Mike Miller. Corver checked into the game. There's that little zone again, and then CJ to Kurt Thomas, back to Watson. Watson has to fight one up and buried it over Mike Miller.
Watson for 3.
All Miller could do was smile and trot back the other way.
Well, CJ had to force that shot up too. The shot clock was winding down. Good presence of mind to get it off.
Good defense for 23 seconds. Miller skipped out, thrown away. Watson the steal. Watson waits for the traffic to run by him. Brewer. Well, they want to enter that ball deep, but they just could not. CJ fires again. Bosh with the rebound and sails that one out of bounds.
Well, right now the Bulls are moving a little bit too fast on the offensive end. They've got to really look at what's open. You see Coach Thibodeau telling them to get the ball inside the Boozer. The guy's a little bit impatient right now offensively.
Watson and then trying to go to Boozer, who had rolled down from the free throw line to the low block on the right side.
See Miami with 6 turnovers, Bulls with 3.
Bulls did a nice job last night against Indiana, keeping the turnovers to a minimum, especially when they were building their lead. Oh, there's Boozer. He dunked it.
Joel Anthony
probably fouled him, but
he got late. He was over there late, but he was early for the poster. That's a good pick and roll right there.
And a timeout taken, 38-25. The Bulls at this point just kind of picking Miami. Their biggest lead in the game, 14. We're at 7:23 left to play here in the first half. Bulls came into the game 26-13. Miami at 30-11, Stacy, already to the halfway point of their schedule. 41 games played, 42 tonight.
Well, Neil, if you're Chicago too, you cannot get complacent right now. Even with a double-digit lead, Dwayne is now back in the ball game. Expect him to be in the attack mode.
Now, we were waiting to, and everybody has anticipated in each NBA city, the arrival of the Heat. There's a miss from outside, and the rebound to the Bulls.
Is really settling for jump shots.
I think they are collectively.
He's 2 for 11.
Exception of Wade. Everybody else is just either passed up shots or settled for the perimeter. Wade with a near steal.
I'm just surprised right now that they're not trying to implement Bosh more on the post and get some kind of post game going, because they're 10 for 30 right now and they have nothing in the post. And you might see Dwayne Wade going there a little bit to try to get some kind of offense inside.
Because Bosh has never been a low post player, has he?
Oh, that's nice. Come on, Boozy. That's a nice pass by Derrick Rose. Well, Bosh is really their only inside presence. When LeBron James gets back, he's a post-up threat as well. But right now, they got to get something going inside.
There's another perimeter shot, and that one's stuck by Eddie House. Now the corner right in front of the Miami bench.
They're shooting it better from the three-point line than they are from the two. There's 50%.
Now if they make enough out there, they'll be able to stay in the game. Rose. Corver for three, in and out. Wade ahead to House, and then to Miller, and now Wade. Wade driving, and as he lurched into the lane, a block foul. And Wade went down hard.
If that's on Thomas, that would be his third.
Wade went down.
Here it is right here. Just off a little high pick and roll.
You see their legs got tangled, and both men went down.
It is right here. What you see. And he fell on his arm. Almost got that ball to go in.
And he hurt his knee as well, I think, when they came together with Kurt Thomas's knee. Well, Wade's going to have a couple of shots. Let's see if Spoelstra sends somebody down to the scorer's table to get Wade after the free throws.
No, Dwayne Wade's not going anywhere.
Well, Wade settles himself in. .38-30.
They've been able to shave some of off the lead the Bulls had.
Wade's missed only 2 regular season games this year. Boozer inside, making Miami pay.
And again, Miami is not very big inside. Anthony's a shot blocker, but the Bulls could really take advantage of Miami inside.
Wade out to House. And that's Bosh driving, and they're going to count the bucket. What kind of continuation is that?
Wow.
My goodness.
You might as well let him go all the way to a hair on that play right there. He got fouled way at the top of the circle.
Foul is on Gibson.
Right,
there's the foul right there.
But even then, though, Neil, that's what you have to understand, that might happen. A continuation might happen, and you got to make sure he does not get that ball up. If you're going to foul him, go ahead and foul him hard. Make sure he doesn't get that ball up, and don't leave it into the officials' hands to make that call. Taj is still a young player.
Bosh misses the free throw. 8-point game. Derrick been quiet for a couple of minutes as he sizes up Eddie House. Straight away at the top. Here comes Gibson to screen. Rose, they double him, trying to force him to give it up. He keeps his dribble alive. Gibson blocked. Dwayne Wade got a piece of that. Now Wade to Miller, and the layup's good.
Right now the Bulls are taking too long to get into their offensive sets. they're getting caught with the shot clock winding down almost the last 2 possessions.
Boozer this time the screen. Now Boozer a drive. He had that blocked and it's out of bounds. And it's going to belong to the Bulls with 9 on the shot clock. 9-2 run by the Heat to get back into this. Down just 6 after trailing by 14. To the wall. To Rose, the run killer.
Again, just an easy bucket right there. Eddie House lost containment as Derrick Rose went behind him, got out of his view. Drains a little 10-footer.
Wade had a steam down the lane. House fakes the 3, now fires short. He was bothered by Rose. And a whistle on the rebound try. And that's on Gibson, his second. The Bulls had 8 personal fouls in the blink of an eye last night against Indiana, but it could have hurt them, but ultimately did not. They were able to play on and got great play from their bench last night down at Conseco Fieldhouse. Taj out of the game, and O'Mara Sheik checks back in.
One thing the Bulls have to do is they've got to limit second shots or second chance opportunities. Doing a good job on the initial defense.
Wade driving, and he drew a foul. And Sheik. O'Mara on the drive by Wade. And Wade with a couple coming. 12 points in the game for Wade. He leads all scorers.
Well, he's getting ready to go shoot his 6th and 7th free throw here in the first half.
He's 4 for 9 from the field. 4 rebounds, a couple of assists. To go with the 12 points. And now 13 points.
And again, you want to make him shoot the basketball. Dwayne Wade wants to attack. Wants to put the ball on the floor and attack and get to the foul line. And the Bulls have done a good job in the past on him, making him be more of a perimeter-oriented guy, make him rely on the jump shot. But right now, you see he's in attack mode, and they've got to do a better job of keeping him off that free throw line.
Bosch sits down. Wade and Miller, along with Eddie House, Anthony, and Juwan Howard. Korver. And Boozer, and now Dang. Dang, and a whistle and a foul on Dwayne Wade.
Foul called on Dwayne Wade, his second.
And that was an easy call for the officials right there. Dwayne Wade just bodied him up.
Flipped into Derrick. Rose circles to his right. And then finds Dang open on the wing. And short with that one. Ball tipped around Eddie House there to rebound it. Wade to Miller. Juwan Howard. I don't know about that shot. Rose. Travel on Luol.
Miami's doing a good job of really trying to keep the ball out of the post for Boozer. They know the Bulls want to go down there. And you saw right there, Luol's man just sunk in the lap of Carlos. Wasn't able to get an entry pass inside.
Wade, little crossover, knocked away by Luol, then run into the backcourt by Dang. Picked up by Rose, blocked, and then picked back up and scoring as Korver.
That was a good hustle by the Bulls right there. As Dwayne Wade looked like he had that ball, but Kyle Korver and Derrick Rose came from the backcourt and got that steal.
Wade. Now Mike Miller. Bulls tightening the screws defensively too. Miller loose down the lane, shovels it off, and Anthony banks one off the glass and good.
That's too easy right there. Kyle's got to stay in front of Mike Miller. You can't allow him to break you down off the dribble right there and get to the paint. He should never be in the paint.
Dang. He slides in, goes up, missed it. And the ball tapped and out of bounds. Kenny Maurer says that's going to belong to Miami after a foul on the play on Asik, who commits his third foul. A timeout taken, charged to the fouls on the official sheet. So see Deng driving, missing, and then there was Asik in that traffic, and so the foul is on Omer Asik, his third, and he has to go to the bench.
Juwan Howard getting ready to go shoot some free throws.
Now the Bulls are over the limit, so we'll walk to the other end, and Howard shoots him. Howard will settle in. Don't forget, you can text ROSE, R-O-S-E, to 69622. And vote for Derek as a starter on this year's Eastern Conference All-Star team. You can also go online to bulls.com and cast your vote that way. Howard draws them to within 4, 44-40. Bulls at one time led by 14. Boozer skipped across. And then the touch pass. Rose inside. Boozer blocked and tipped out of there. It's Joel Anthony ahead to Miller running in. No, and then finished by Dwyanewade. What a play.
Again, it's a 14-6 run by Miami, and that was started by the Joel Anthony block. He's come out here and done a good job defensively.
And Wade with a terrific follow. There's Taj missing, ball out of bounds, and that's going to go to the Bulls. Last touch by Mike Miller, I believe. Was Bosh back in? Howard just gave him a couple of minutes of rest, and back into the game comes Chris Bosh. Right now, Wade with 16 points.
When you look at the bench right now, 11 points between Miller and House.
And there's Korver off the inbounds pass.
He's got 4 points, so Miami's bench has come in and done a good job. Dwyanewade leading the starters, 16 points.
There's Wade, and he just dunks it with the right hand. And boy, when he gets going, he's deceivingly fast.
Well, Neil, we go back. How many times do you see him shoot a jump shot? Everything's going to the basket. Either he's going to go to the basket and finish, or he's going to get fouled. The Bulls have to do a better job of keeping him in front, make him work. That's too easy. You see, they go back to that 2-3 zone.
Korver open from the top of it and missed that. And then Boozer took a swipe at it, trying to back tap it out of there. And
here it is right here. Now watch, Luol Deng's looking for the screen, and then Wade just crosses him over. And that's where you got to have communication. Whoever's coming up to set that screen has got to let Luol Deng know where the pick is. But Luol can't be looking for it. He's got to step up and be ready to play defense right there.
Eddie House, and he bangs down a three. Eddie House off the bench is 3 of 3 from behind the three-point line.
He's got 9 points, 3 rebounds. It's been Miami's bench that has really kind of offset the starters for Miami, who's having a hard time scoring.
Heat after they were down by 14, and there's a long-range shot missing, and rebound Joel Anthony.
They got numbers.
Eddie House thought he had room. Miller does. Loads up, bang.
Another three-pointer, 8 for 10. 6 for 10 from the three-point line, 60%.
The Bulls not finishing this half well after leading by 14. Derek straight away at the top. Left wing, Deng.
They're back to that zone again.
Gibson and Luol play catch. Loop, fan down, underneath to Rose, shot up and good.
They needed
Good
that
movement
bucket.
off the ball by Rose.
They needed that bucket right there. Miami right now has the momentum going into halftime.
There's Wade from outside, and he pours in a three with 0.3 of a second left. Oh, and a near steal by Bosh as that pass came in, but time would have expired anyway. So the Heat down 14, come fighting back to lead by 5, 53-48 on a 25-10 run to end the half.